Buccaneers. We have with us head coach Brenda Mock-Brown along with student athletes Kendall Foley and Megan Downing. Coach, just an opening statement, then we'll take some questions from the room.
Yeah, as far as an opening statement, I would say I just want to talk about my team for a second. You know, I told them in the locker room, we didn't say much because I hadn't prepared my post-game speech for a loss, you know. But this team, out of the teams that I've coached here, may not have the most wins, but they have the most heart, and they truly play for each other. They've been enjoyable every single day. Just like I said to them, it's not as if we are without flaws and faults, myself included, but we have worked through those and really built a bond, and I think that's why this year the locker room felt a little bit different. And these two kids, you know, among the rest of the girls, their hearts are broken, you know, because we wanted this season to be extended. But we also know that we've got to play well enough to do that. And today we were not the better team on the court. I thought Furman played an excellent game. Obviously, they shot the ball really well. That helps when you do that, and we did not. And so, you know, credit to Furman. I thought they, again, came out and played well. And it's not that we played poorly, but we just didn't play well enough to win. But I'm extremely proud. 17-13, you know, starting the season 1-4, 9 new players on this team. Only 4 returners from last year's team, and you know, had to do a lot of rebuilding, and we rebuilt well. I'm proud of this team. I'm so proud of our seniors. Isabella Hunt, Courtney Moore, who's not up here, but she had just been a shining star for us on and off the court. Braylon Milton, you know, obviously just was a great addition this year. And so just, you know, want to really celebrate them. And then I've got Kendall up here with me, who has been a wonderful coach on the floor and has really poured her heart out for 3 years for ETSU. So I hate for us to go out on this note, but I don't want this game to define our program, of course, or those 4 seniors' careers. Thank you.
Questions for the room in the back?
Coach, this year you've had, like you said, it was a rebuilding year, but you've done a great job. What can you say about everybody on your team, not individually, but as a group that has come together to create this great year for you?
Well, I think we have an incredibly healthy culture. You know, I do. I think we know we have some gaps. We acknowledge we weren't the most talented team out there, but I also thought we were just as talented. I mean, we could win. You know we could compete with anybody in this league, but, you know, I think our culture was healthy because these kids, they actually pour into it. We don't just say we're about relationships. We are about results through relationships. That's very important. I think how people feel every day in our program is what I strive for. And we want to win ball games. But if you think about the everyday, you all just see the game, that 40 minutes. Like, these kids, we're all together about 24 hours a week. It's crazy. So if you're not in a good environment, there's so much more that they're learning and how they're growing beyond just coming to practice and winning games. And so I still believe in that, and the ultimate goal is to win. That again solidifies our experience, but it's not just about that, and I think that's what's made this a special year. Because, again, you're spending so much time together.
Question, second row.
Coach, you've talked all year, you know, about what a great team this is defensively. And just talk about the grit that they play with when those shots aren't falling, you know, able to keep yourselves in ball games like that.
Yeah, I mean, this team has been great defensively. As far as scoring defense, we're 16th in the nation. Today, Furman required the best of our defense, you know, and there were times we weren't on point. You know, today was not our best game, and offensively, I want to take some responsibility. You know, I felt like there were some situations at the end of the third quarter. You know, we wanted that last shot, and you know, I didn't make that completely clear. And you know, I should have told Kendall, "Hey, hold it," just to make sure we get the last shot, because I think that was a big swing for us. So, you know, I felt like I could have coached a better game offensively to put us in better situations, and there was times we got really good looks that didn't go down, you know, but that's been us all year. We've had to overcome that. We've not been a 65 points per game offensive team, and so we're going to continue to rely on defense, and we're going to continue to get better on offense, and starting right here with Megan coming back.
Some questions perhaps for the student athletes in the back.
Kendall, last right here at ETSU, you've been such a special part of this program for the last 3 years. Just what was that feeling like in the locker room with these girls afterwards, and your journey here?
It's a really special place. ETSU is really special, so I think it was obviously really hard for me in the locker room afterwards, but it wasn't necessarily like, oh, I just played my last basketball game. I just finished my career here, so I mean, it's hard, but I'm so glad I went out with this team, and like Coach Bucs said, we have such a healthy culture, and I really, really enjoy these girls, and they work so hard, and we play for each other, and that was our message going into the fourth quarter. We have 10 minutes left, we're playing for each other, everything we do is for each other, and I mean, that's how I would want to go out, so.
In the back.
From a coach talked about this team maybe having the most heart of a team that she's coached. For you, Meg, where have you seen that heart show up the most this season and in tonight as well?
I mean, I feel like when we're out there on the court with each other, you can just feel it. We're all there for each other. Even like we go in huddles, everyone on the bench is so supportive. I mean, Bella is like has one of the biggest hearts on the team, always supportive to me, and you can just really feel it with this team. It's really special.
Any other questions for the room?
One for Coach Mock. What is the message to these seniors that are no longer going to be in this program as they walk away from this, and also to the hopeful returners for moving forward in this program?
Well, for the seniors, it worked out this year that our last regular season game was at home, so we were able to win on senior night, but also celebrate. And we do a big celebration after that particular game, win or lose. So we were able to celebrate them. So there was a lot of messaging in that particular reception after the game on Saturday, just as far as our appreciation for the pour-in, the buy-in, the investment. The message is you got to keep being a student athlete that's looking to add value. This team right here, they don't ask me for anything. They've been wonderful. They're asking how they can help each other. They're asking what they can add to the university. And I'm so proud of them for that, because that's a different kind of mindset in the climate of collegiate athletics right now. So my messages to them, it's going to hurt like I'm hurting, they're hurting when you give as hard as they do. But that's how you experience both the highs and the lows. If you don't pour in, then when there is a joyous moment, if we win this game, then you're not going to get to experience that because you held back. And this team doesn't hold back. And I think all of our teams at ETSU are that way, and we're going to continue to build our program that way. So obviously the future is bright here, and it's built on the backs of those three seniors, and then Kendall and Courtney being here for multiple years. I mean, that's the direction we're going. We're going to continue working, continue to get better. So that's the message to the returners. And the message to the seniors is thank you. Thank you for making my job pleasant. I mean, being a wonderful young lady to coach and be around. That I still like my job. I know a lot of coaches out there are not having fun. It's the stress and it's about winning, and it is. But can we also still enjoy the people we're around and build each other up? Yes, we can, and that's what we've done here.
Time for one more, Jay.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Megan this to be a little selfish here. You came into freshman year a little bit injured, did some off-season surgery. Next year, you got some playing time. This year, starter, set the all-time single-season shot block record. Got a chance, if you come back next year, to be the all-time shot blocker. Just talk about your journey as a freshman, fighting through that, the belief, working through your coaches to put together what you did, which is a very special season on the defensive side of the ball.
I would just say that since my freshman year, I've just stayed consistent and had the right mindset going in, not expecting anything, but just working for everything I have. I think that's really what has gotten me here, just my work ethic and consistency overall, I would say.
With that, Coach, thank you to you and your